This is Paul. Yes. I was gonna read the Bible this morning. Yes. But I was reading a word last night from the dictionary. It's called blackmail. Yeah. The extortion of money or something else of value. Yeah. By means of intimidation, such as the threat of criminal prosecution or injury to a person's reputation. The money so extorted. Yes. Now, for some reason, this is wrong. It's not. Oh, it is 9:20. Yeah, but my phone says it's 7:58. It didn't update itself. No. Hmm. One of those timing mechanism problems. It's actually about 7:58. It's almost 8 o'clock. Yeah. I think the Bible talks about blackmail because when I look at the amount of fraud, yes, it looks like somebody's in control of the reputation of those that are in office. Pouch. Now, there was something else that I wanted to look at, these briefs. Yes, the underwear. A lot of men, they wear briefs, yes, but in American law, hmm it's a written statement prepared by the counsel arguing a case in an appellate court, embodying the points of law that counsel intends to establish, along with the arguments, facts, precedents upon which he rests his contention. But there's another type of brief. In fact, there's three types. There's the male underwear. Yes. There's the appellate court argument. Then there's the abstract of all documents, such as liens and court proceedings affecting the title of a piece of real property, also called the abstract of title. Yes, yes, yes. I'd like to get these abstracts of title of each and every Supreme Court Justice of the United States in every state of the United States. Could you go through and find out right now? I'm telling you, I'm not happy this morning. Now, I know you're a Supreme Court Justice and you don't enforce the Victims' Bill of Rights. You don't enforce child abuse. You don't enforce what the law says. So if you could get me the abstract of title of every piece of property that has been in the ownership of any person as a Supreme Court justice in any state of the United States and the United States Supreme Court, I'd just like to know, were there any liens on your property or any court proceedings? Now we're going to talk about some of these definitions, okay? But go through and get me the abstracts of the titles of the property of Supreme Court justices in every state of the United States. For some reason, my phone is not updating the time. Now, I know your reputation is so important as a Supreme Court justice that you don't have to enforce child abuse laws. You don't have to enforce the victims' rights. Yes. I have emailed the Washington State Supreme Court tens of thousands of times. And it seems that the Supreme Court justices don't really feel that there's any crime in having children in the wrong grades. Yes. They don't feel that it's a crime to use my reproductive rights for the uses of anything without my consent. Pouch! Supreme Court justices of Washington State don't really believe that I have any victims' rights, reproductive rights, civil rights, or parenting rights as an American citizen. Now, this is really something. Yes. I just wanted to see if blackmail was in the Bible because I think it is. I just don't know if this is exhaustive enough. Yes. Now, the body, the booth, the bread, the brother, the blood. Well, let's start with this, okay? Let's start with the blood. That life giving fluid of the body, in the Old Testament is regarded as a seed of life. But since shed blood signifies death, the word is used to both life and death. Now, I know you'd say there's no blood in my sperm, but it sure is used to manufacture blood if you use it in the right way. And you'd say there's no blood in the actual eggs of a woman's ovarian follicles. But every time you use the genetics of any citizen without their consent, You are manufacturing blood that can be transferred to other individuals. Now let's look at the blood today because I'll tell you right now, I'm very upset right now. He's very upset. Could you get me the blood banks? Yes. And all the blood that's been purchased by each and every hospital of the United States that said, well, it doesn't matter that this blood was made from the ovarian follicles of my wife, pooch, in another woman's vagina, pooch, or test tube baby. It doesn't matter that you used my sperm without my consent, even though it was used to make a little boy or girl. See, it's not just the genetics of the being that you decided to make. It's the blood and the genetics, pooch, that gives you life or death. Right now,